All right, this one's for the tractor, folks, the iron update. So, quick preface, if I don't talk about it in this video, it means it's not my iron. Previous owner of this farm, he custom made. It's probably sold, and probably by the time you see it, it's probably already been picked up and gone. Everyone's just trying to wind down and try and get stuff put away for winter around here. So, I actually bought this off of the previous owner. 1950s-ish model, pretty sure it's a Model M McCormick grain drill. He's gonna get me the book, but I'm 90% sure it's a Model M, straight out of the 50s. And this thing is just, it's mint. I mean, I wasn't planning on buying a drill, but then I learned I needed to plant things because I had millet, and this is here on the ground, and he wanted, honestly, gave me a really fair price on it, and then I didn't have to haul it. I mean, I've never actually even hooked it up to anything yet. I'm gonna actually probably hook it up here and pull it a little farther into the middle of the building, but yeah, this thing's actually like really nice. If anybody can't tell me though, I need feed tubes. I want the original like steel like cups, not the rubber ones, and maybe drag chains. But if anybody can tell me where to get those, like actual good ones, please let me know. But yeah, that tells you how long this thing has been. Just, it almost hurts me just kind of having it in the corner here, but it's a foot too wide to fit in the door of my shed. But I am probably going to pick it up, spin it, and put it in the middle of the building so it's just even farther. And probably should just order a good heavy canvas tarp. But yeah, I am, you know, yes, I see I know the comment's going to show up eventually if I ever get big. You got Deere in your channel, but you got red iron. Well, I can't be picky. In my area, small equipment like this didn't exist. And what I learned, like my 26 horse, there's very few two plow, 50s or H farm walls in this area. Everybody was already using bigger equipment. So finding equipment that matches up to what I have, I don't get to be choosy. So there's that one. This is actually what I picked. I actually bought this before we actually closed on the property because I knew I was going to need it. But bush hog, a legit bush hog. Not just, a rotary cutter. It is a legit bush hog. Model 105. And it's had the crap beaten out of it. I bought it. I shoved it in the garage. I welded it back together. I had to get a different PTO shaft because my 50 was too short. My 50 has a 3-point out. The other tractor doesn't. We'll get to him in a minute, but I think I paid like $350 and then like $200. I had like $500 or $600 into this whole contrabulation, and it works, and I don't care. It makes the grass go shorter, and it kills trees, and it also will kill the tractor because I had the slip clutch set a little too tight. Whoops! But such is life. So yeah, nothing too special about that. Learned some hard lessons. As you can see in the walk around, I put wire in the tire on the 50 because I didn't have the gauge wheel set right. And she still isn't set right, but I ain't mowing. Little blue trailer. This is for my side hustle, but it's here. I just shoved it under the hoop building because, well, I have the space now. Why not? This is going to probably next month go into the garage and get... The axle is bent both this way and this way. Those tires only have like 300 miles on them. They're junk. Jack's screwed up. Lights are... I replaced the lights and they're already screwed up again. So, yeah, don't buy the cheapest lights on Amazon. Buy the second cheapest. Tech tip. So, yeah, this is going to get redone here. But, yeah, nothing special. There is one piece of iron that's not going to get talked about. It is mine, but 727 Deere lawnmower. Yeah, Google it. Here's the other one. And no, this is never going to be inside, ever. This is an IH disc. It did have wings on it, but they were completely mangled. But I paid I think I paid $120 for this. I don't even remember. It was a $100 bill and one other bill. And I know it wasn't a 50. So, yeah, I need to, on this, the tongue is a little bent, but I just need to pull that out. And then I have a single gang disc, which probably not going to get used out here. I'm probably just going to have a bunch of my neighbors farm full time. It won't take them anything to come in here and get this disc down really heavy, or field cultivator in the spring. 5 acres is going to take them 45 minutes. They're going to spend more time turning around. This is going to be more for my finish work, and then the west pasture. There's a couple spots in there we're going to tear up and then seed. And I'm probably going to have the seed airflow down to here. I didn't know you actually could do that with seed, but the grain drill is still going to get used. I'm not mad about buying it. Even if I don't use it on this, I'm still going to end up using it back in the pastures where I can't get bigger equipment. So, okay. So that's almost all the pole type iron. Now we're going to go for the big stuff. Hang on. All right, part 2. Sorry, guys. First file got corrupted. I haven't been out here, and then it's been cold and then just windy. So sorry about the weird cut here. So number 88 John Deere blade. I actually built those skid shoes myself. Those are something homemade I did. The original skid shoes are NLA from Deere, but piece of flat bar pipe, and I think those are just like Western or Weston plow shoes. Just a 1-inch shaft on it, so real simple build. So that's there. I've actually had this since we bought our house in town. We had a little bit of a gravel driveway, and I just used this. It worked, and I wanted to play. So the beloved 50, still here. So still here. Need to do a alternator on it. Doesn't charge, but with this being a magneto tractor, it kind of is irrelevant. So, but no, otherwise that I need to do a slight battery upgrade. But small things here or there. And then this, I got to get the remote hydraulics working on it. I've never really tried to, but I have some other equipment in the works. I ain't going to say anything about it because if I don't get it, then you guys never know about it. But one of it may require a remote cylinder. So, yeah. But otherwise, nope. Nothing's really changed on this little girl. Just been out here doing its job. Pulled my bush hog. Got a 5-foot bush hog. You guys saw in the first part, and it ran it quite well. It pulled hard in some places, but the stuff I was mowing is plenty thick. So, there's that one. And now for the probably what everyone actually is kind of curious for is I added another tractor to the fleet. What the? Yep. The guy with Deere in his channel name bought a red one because, well, I'll admit, 2 cylinders don't make good loader tractors. And the price of 4020s and 3020s is just ridiculous. So I had to get something. So this is it might be a permanent fixture. It might be a stopgap measure. But what we got here is a very, very late 1954 Super M. Mini mow loader, which actually is made by Schwartz. The bucket's got a tag. I'll show you when I walk around. It's a Schwartz tag. Everything I can see, I've seen pictures. It looks like this is a Schwartz loader made for mini mow. But it does have a Schwartz wide front end on it also. Balin power steering on it. I mean, it's got quite a bit going on for it. Old man fenders with authentic old man radio, because you know what, we gotta catch the 1220 farm reports. Absolutely have to have them. So I have done some service work on it, and it seems like it's a pretty honest old tractor. I mean, the filter had some stuff. The engine oil filter kind of scares me a little bit, but at the same point, I bought it at an auction. I don't know. This is one thing I hate about auctions, is I would have happily paid more. I would have paid less. I wouldn't care. I just want to talk to the guy and find out, hey, has it got quirks, Is this one of those, oh, hey, if it ever dies randomly, jiggle this wire, or, oh, hey, it doesn't like to start when it's cold, but you have to put the throttle at this notch, hold your tongue right, kick it in the fender, whatever. So, but is what it is. So it is still plumbed up for one-way hydraulics. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I need to get two-way on this, maybe. Or I'm going to convert the attachment I might be getting to one-way. But the crazy idea I have is, there's my loader valve, so I could add a section onto that and then just run some hoses down and be done with it. Or I could leave that right where it is, get a joystick and put it over there, replumb my loader over there, have a Super M with a joystick, and then I have 2 SCVs to run off the back. So if I ever really wanted to go, big time farming operations, there we go. I will say this thing does run nice. I mean, I'm not starting it up today. Don't have time. But I will do a true cold start when it's like 20 below. And so far when I started it, it's just a turn on gas, pull choke, tap starter. It's lit off and running. Priority valve, with this being stage 2, timing cover, well, distributor, timing cover, however you, engine driven hydraulics, battery box under the seat, the different hydraulic setup on the late stage 2s. This would be the same as an SMTA. Got my new gas cap, IH free gas cap. Yeah, don't worry, I'll make sure I get my money out of IH. So they're gonna get me a gas cap. But if you guys aren't aware of that, there was a recall way back in the day on the gas caps. They weren't vented. You can still, it's IH free gas cap. You can put in your serial number. If it hasn't been claimed yet, you can get a new one. So this is the one thing I will say is, for this having a loader on it, the tin's remarkably straight. I mean, it's got a little ding there, just a little bend there, and I see just a shiny wave there. But for having a loader hung on it, dang birds, this was actually clean. I mean, I could make the hood line up real easy. I mean, this thing is straight. So I'm not sure if this will be a permanent fixture here. I mean, it got delivered. Good friend of mine has a straight truck with a winch on it, so he delivered it, or hauled it for me. I can't say delivered, I didn't buy it off of him, but he hauled it for me because I really didn't want to road this home after my escapade of almost dying roading this one home. I figured let's not do that with this one. So, and it was on the ground for I think like 1 minute, and wifey was already on it trying to get it running. So I guess that's what happens when you marry a farm girl that, you know, grew up on Grandpa's Massey's. You give her something remotely red and she thinks she can figure it out, and she honestly could. I don't doubt that, but either I'm going to get a 4020 at some point or a 4320 if my budget allows. It won't. And this will either go down the road, or maybe the loader will come off of it and it'll just be a parade tractor, or maybe it'll just be wifey's tractor for mucking out her stable. Because I'm pretty sure if I take about 1 inch off that muffler, it'll drive right in her stable, and, you know, it'd be useful. So for anybody that does care, I'll give you guys the tag. Focusing. There you go. So, all right. Well, there is the iron update. There is more to come, guys. We got legitimate farming to do this spring. I mean, you saw the last video, so let the farming begin. And remember, appropriate screwdriver, in this case, the flat one, because you could dang near rebuild the whole tractor with a flat one and a crescent wrench. Now, I mean, that one you need the clutch head one and the flat one, but this one you don't. I mean, it's one less tool. All right, guys, subscribe. Welcome to the farm.